What is going on, everyone? We are back with another Platinum Trophy video, and this time we are getting the Yakuza 0 Platinum Trophy. I never thought this day would come. I never thought that I would be able to Platinum Yakuza 0. 3 years ago, I decided to try out the Yakuza series. I've always heard about the series, and I wanted to give it a shot, and Yakuza 0 being a prequel, set in the 80s, it was really intriguing to me. And I started it. I've played through all of the games, including both Judgment games, and I can honestly say, this whole series, Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Judgment, basically the entire RGG studio, is my favorite series of all time. And I truly mean that. And I've been playing games since the late 80s, early 90s. So I've played a lot of games. And this is my favorite. I love all of the games. And it's just, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into Japanese culture. Now, what I would recommend is start with Yakuza 0 or start with Like a Dragon. Because both of those two games don't require you to have insane knowledge of the series. So those are two great games to start with in the series. If you are really interested, I would recommend those two games. Now, it's not for everybody, I will admit that, but you never know until you try. And every single person that I follow that has tried out this series has fallen in love with it. And I mean that, every single person. So, maybe you could be the next big fan of the series. So give it a shot, and I would highly recommend starting with Yakuza 0. And it's available on all platforms, and it's really cheap. The Yakuza games are always on sale. So, anyway, I've rambled enough about that. Let's talk about the Platinum Trophy. The Platinum Trophy for this game is absolutely insane, and it is very difficult. That actually applies to most of the Yakuza games. Now, when I started this game, and I tried to get as many trophies as possible, I saw the requirements for the Platinum, and I was like, you know what? I want to play all the games in the series, so I'm going to move on, and maybe I'll come back at a later date. Because the Platinum is insane. There are so many difficult things in this game that will frustrate you to no end, and I actually don't recommend anyone going for the Platinum unless you really are really determined to get it. I don't recommend going for this, and I mean that. There are so many things that will frustrate you. There's probably roughly 50 things in this game that will frustrate you, from mini games to the hardest difficulty to just one thing after another, after another, after another. You think you're finished with one thing, then another thing is thrown at you that's just as frustrating, if not more. And I could spend a very long time going over everything that is frustrating with going for the Platinum. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, I will show you the completion that you need to get. This is what you need to do. You need to fully fill all these out. And some are easy, and some are not easy. So, I don't recommend going for this Platinum unless you were just that determined. And I was that determined. Whenever there was a break in between other games, I would come back to this and slowly grind my way to the Platinum. And every time I got discouraged, and I did get discouraged many, many, many times, I dusted myself off and I persevered. And here we are. We have arrived at this day. A day that I thought would never happen. That I would Platinum Yakuza 0. Not only that, Platinum my favorite Yakuza, which this game is. It is my favorite in the whole series. It was my first, and it is my favorite. So, I could talk for hours about Yakuza and everything, and we're not going to do that here. It is time to go get the platinum. It is time. And the final thing we have to do, if I can find it, there we go. The final thing we have to do is sing the final karaoke song and get at least a 90 score on it. And it's this song right here, Times 3 Shine. So, I hope we can do it. Sometimes these songs can be annoying. So, let's see if we can do it. Alright, let's get it done. And this long, long journey is finally coming to an end. Here we go. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes! I got it! There it is, the trophy, Perfectionist. And there's the Platinum Trophy, where it all began. I did it. I did it. I can't believe this day has come. I did it. I have platinumed Yakuza 0. And I know I might sound crazy to some people right now, but I honest to God never thought I would platinum this game. I mean, because I'm not joking. I am not joking with how difficult this platinum was. It is very difficult, and like I said, I do not recommend it at all to anyone unless you are just that determined and, quite frankly, that crazy to go for it. Because it will test your patience and your willpower. So, going back to the most famous place in the whole series, the Red Gate, Kamurocho, and we did it. Yakuza 0 is platinum. I'm so happy right now. So, alright. Hope you enjoyed the video, and Until the next Platinum Trophy, y'all have a good one.